Is everybody there? Anybody there? I don't blame you. I've been gone so long. Why am I not recording? Okay, let go. Let go of my ego. There we go. Are we on? Hey! Everybody! I have been MIA. This is Vicki Ross, a voice from your past. And why am I not seeing the video?
Grab the only cord
No.
Powerful suction to clean deep.
I don't want that. Go away. And I did everything the exact same way. And it's not coming up on my YouTube. There it is. There it is. Ah, there it is. I can see me. Come on now, you can play. There we go. Live chat. Come on now, you can play. I don't expect anybody to be here. Live chat. Come on now, you can play. I don't expect Hey, Ian. Where are you from? I don't think I know your name. Hey, Ian. Where are you from? I don't think I know your name. UK. Okay, so it must be late evening there. So welcome. And this is just going to be a view of some stuff I've been getting. I haven't been online because I have been working diligently on an online program that may or may not interest my craft viewers, but it is developing quite nicely, and it will be unteachable. And its name, you can join my free Facebook group at #AxullyArt and request to be admitted, and I'll approve you, and then you can find out all about it. I'll do something more formal later, but that's what I have been doing for the past 2 months straight. And something else I've been doing is shopping. Y'all know how much I love that. Let's see if I can move this up just a little. Move that light over so it doesn't put my phone into a tizzy. I was watching Elizabeth, oh golly, why can't I ever remember her last name? Anyway, she was saying how much she loved AliExpress because stuff costs $1 or $2, and you can order it, most of it's free shipping, and you get it in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever. And oh my God, Wiki went wild. So, let me show you what I got. And now, I don't have the prices at hand on all this, but I can tell you that none of it was expensive. I got 100 sheets. Look at that stamp. See, that's a piece of art. I got 100 sheets of silver leaf. First, I just thought this was a tablet when it came in, just paper, and I thought, what did I buy paper for? Well, it appears to be each one is sealed. So we'll go in this end. See? I use quite a bit of that in my mixed media work, and I have an endless supply of it now. The small sheets are good too because they help with waste. That one's also turned around. And I got 100 sheets of gold. See? Good enough for craft work. Good enough for any kind of painting, as a matter of fact. So we're going to put these to the side. And these little doohickeys, I mean, we're talking about a couple of dollars. These are laser cut out of wood. And they are intricate, and they will look great just as trim on something, painted up, distressed. Look at the size of that package. There's probably 50 in there at least. Okay. I am happy to be back. I've had several people on YouTube say, when are you coming back? I said, golly, I didn't know you cared. This is an old journal, and I kept the front off of it, or kept the wrapping, just because I think that's so cool. Just all those old stamps and stuff. This is an old journal. And the paper is absolutely fabulous. Very faintly lined. Never been used. See, somebody put that in their stash and hoarded it. The glue is coming loose from the inside, but that's okay. Nothing written in it. So anyway, old papers. I like the packaging as much as I do the stuff. The other thing I'm doing on here today is avoiding a commission that I've got to work on. So, I got 2 of the Jellyware white pens. I think it was something like maybe, I don't know, maybe it tops $1 a piece. I got a set of Sakura Microns. And yes, they are the real ones, and they do write, and they are as waterproof as the others. Again, this might have been $8. I might have splurged on this for the whole set. I think I'm going to put those in there too. And that'll keep those safe until I can get them where they're going to live. And let's see. I got a little bitty order from, I don't want to do those later. Okay, pens are done. Brushes. Let's go not brushes. I found this Tim Holtz Stampin' Up. Not Stampin' Up. Tim Holtz, what do you call it? Stamp thingy. I'm dropping stuff all over the place. Let me get something. I'll be right back. I don't work with stamps that much for really needing to position them. And I made one of these. Let me get it. I don't know if I've shown it to y'all or not. Not prepared. Alright. This measures 15 by right at 15. It will hold the ginormous jelly plate, so you can use it for using it for a printing plate or a stamp. It is real wobbly when you get that on here, though. So it really works better. But what you do, simple, have it on something flat, and you pop on a Lego the size of your mat, or the size of your paper. I'll get it right in a minute. Can you show I've never played Legos before? There, pop that down. Now, if you need a cushion, you put the cushion on. These are just little hinges we got at Walmart. We tried gluing them on, it didn't work, so Randy put a screw on them for me. Screwed them in for me. Now here's why. If you want to put a big thick foam and you've got a thick stamp, you just reconfigure this. Come on now, Lego. Lego, my ego. There. Now, well, I never played Legos. Anyway, that sticks on there. So now you've got, let's see if I can get it over here. I think it's got glue. I think it's got glue under it that needs to be cleaned. Oh, I see what the deal is. That's an 8-hole and that's a 3-hole. That should still work. Nope, it won't work. That's why. Anyway, theory being, you pop that on. And then you pop this on. Just like that. And then you've got extra space. Can you see that? So you can adjust this. You can put on some single, this is a double high. You can put on some single high ones. And from there it works just like a regular stamp thingy. What were they called? I don't know, but I wasn't going to pay $100 for one. So I made this one for about, I think the Lego thing got at Walmart. I think it was $7, $8, $15, $12, something like that. Got turquoise Legos online for a couple bucks. The hinges were $1, and I already had the piece of plastic, and I don't know what that would cost. So anyway, I made my own stamp thingy. Now you might ask yourself, why did she need another one? Well, the size of this one makes it more studio friendly. So I got the Tim Holtz one. And when I got it, I almost sent it back. This is the one that the lid comes up on. You can switch it over for clings or this way for unmounted. But here's the deal that made it different. I watched Barb Owen one day. Hey Barb, if y'all don't, ooh, check her. That made a nice noise. Check out Barb Owen's channel. She has great drop-in live videos every Friday afternoon. But here's what's cool. I saw this somewhere else. See, when I'm not working on this online program, I'm working on this. Spirograph. When you put the sticky stuff on the bottom, this is still raised enough that when you roll the little wheel under it, it can go under and it throws you off. But check this out. Get if there's a right side. Now, the back of this is magnetic, makes it easy to turn, and there's no space in there to let your rotator disc slide under. By that I mean when you're doing this with your pencil. It cannot slide under that, and it will hold it pretty tight if you're... So anyway, that's a bonus on that deal. Really strong magnets, but I love that this is magnetized. Okay, so we're going to put the lid back on that. And there's that. Alright, now let's do some brushes. And where did I leave my water? Dang it. Water. Must have water. Must have watercolor paper. It's just a Strathmore 200 series. Yeah, 200 series. Not paper that I would use for anything serious, but it's fine for mixed media and it's a nice weight. Play. I think I play more than I paint. Let's just use the back of one. No, because you may put those in your swatch book. Brushes from AliExpress. Not this one. Wait, yeah, that one, not this one. Y'all, these were unbelievably inexpensive. I got 2 Kolinskis, and for the life of me, cannot find the other one. I've already looked, so don't make me look again. I've got it somewhere. So this is a Kolinsky, and I left it because I was not coming in here. And I always would rather play with it in front of somebody. It's got a beautiful point. Let's see what it does without the sizing. Get it good and wet. Natural hair, you've got to get good and wet. Okay, still pretty good. Now if I shake it, look what I get. Right back to where it came from. Now I've got a tube of red fuchsite genuine from Daniel Smith sitting here, waiting to go in my swatch book for watercolors. Ooh, don't do that. You just came popping right out on me. Okay. Not perfect, but I'm going to do it. Okay, there's a little bit more. Well, we'll have red fuchsite in this for a while. Get the paint activated. Oh, I see this thing going. Hey, BJ! Christine? Bifocals don't work on this. And Diana? Oklahoma. Let's see. No, that's not Oklahoma. Oh, Oklahoma. Hey, yeah, BJ. You're from Florida, Christine. I don't recognize your name either, so hello. And I can't say I've missed you on here because I haven't been on here either. What I'm doing is playing with some AliExpress brushes. Now, when I started watercolor, I did not understand natural hair because it flops and it flips and... But number one, in the belly of that brush, it holds a tremendous amount of pigment. You can load up the brush, which means you can paint more with one load. You can make thin lines, you can make thick lines, you can make curvy lines, you can do calligraphy with it. There's my calligraphy. That's about as far as I'm going to get with that. You can lay down a wash with it. You can dry brush with it. So, and this is a size, well, it says it's a size 8 Kolinsky. I may have paid $5 for that. I've got watercolor brushes over here I've paid $300 for. So for $5, this is an excellent buy. And you have to be careful with them because you can destroy that point. The other thing I'm really trying to do with my watercolors, feel the zen. Feel that brush. Don't scrub it. And just enjoy it. And let the water, that's why it's called watercolor, let that do the work for you. Real gentle, like you're putting lotion on a newborn. Well, really enjoy the moment. And that's something that I need to learn. You teach what you most need to learn. Have y'all ever heard that? It's true. And then, because of my newfound love of natural hair brushes, Hobby Lobby has a pretty good selection, or they have some, let's put it that way. These are natural hair calligraphy brushes. They are made with goat hair, some of them are made with cat hair, some are made with weasel. I don't know what the differences are. I'm just married to an Asian, I don't know what they are. Same thing, when you get these wet, and these are inexpensive, I don't know, under $5 maybe for the set. Golly, look at the people, y'all are talking. Hey Diana. Yeah, I was afraid of mine too forever, and I love them now. I love them. I sometimes reach for them first. You got to get them good and wet. Hey, Aunt Beck. Have y'all missed me? I want you to go to my free Facebook group, hashtag Axully, AXULLY art. And you can get a little catch up on what I'm doing. It's not really developed yet, but I need some people to help me develop it. Alright, see? And y'all know that every time I sit down with art supplies, my nose runs. It's invariable. See how much this fluffed up? It's really wet, and this will really hold a lot. Now again, with these, hold them as far to the end as you can. And just let it grate out into a nice wash. That stroke, I think I had more water than I did pigment. Dry brush. See how that, oops. Alright, if you'll stay there, that's good. See how that ends right there? Dry brushing is great. Now this is where I didn't like them. I was used to a Kolinsky that you snap it and it goes right back to its point. This one holds the shape of the last mark you make. So you go back in and load it up. Makes interesting marks. So that is a natural hair brush. Shake it and it goes back to its point pretty much like a Kolinsky. They do lose hair, but that's to be expected. And I just think they're cool. So there. I got 2 more in that group, 3 more in that group, a little bitty one and 2 others. Now we're going to go to this one, I think. I think I have another size of this. Okay. Okay. Find something to blow my nose on. Surely I have a Kleenex or something around here. Well, I just saw an open bag of wet wipes. Guess what? They're dry. Had to go into the computer room, which is just on the other side of my desk. Wait a minute, what did I just do? There it is. There it is. Okay, those are similar. Let's get this one wet. Shake it. This is the Isaby Pedigree size 6, and I think you can catch it on sale for around $60. And the black one is an Art Secret, which is AliExpress, and it's a size 8, but they're similar. You know, that one looks a little bit bigger, which it should, but brush sizes are not uniform. from any company. It doesn't matter where they're from. So I'm going to get the black one wet. Isn't that a beauty? Look at that copper. Ah, what was this brush? Dang it. I can't remember if it was $8 or $12. $60. Well, I'm letting that soak on. See what's going on. Yep, and these are sumi brushes or calligraphy brushes, or you sounds like you've got a lot of familiarity with those, but I guess I know why, because European, especially Britons, are much more. Wow, look at the mica in that red fuchsia. Sorry, I got distracted. Red Fuchsite Genuine. It's got mica in it. Anyway, y'all know a whole lot more about watercolor than we do. I was trained first. My watercolor mentor is Charles Reed, and that was where I learned about get your brush wet, shake it off to your side, and then put paint on it, and you'll get the correct amount of water or liquid. So that's where I learned that. Let's do this one too. This one is just a different brand of the natural hair brush. I'm going to get it wet too. Throw away the little plastic doohickeys. That's still not. Boy, they put some sizing on that one. There. I still don't have it all the way. Okay, sit there and soak. Hey, Beth. Yeah, the black one's nice. I promise you, they're so inexpensive. But we're going to see. We're going to see. I don't think I'll be able to tell the difference. I've got a hard core right down in the middle of that brush. And you don't always want to use a brush that holds so much fluid. And the reason for that is there are times when you don't want to deliver that much paint to a particular spot. And that's where your synthetics or your mixed natural hair synthetics come into play. I think I got it. I hate to shake this. It's going to put a quart of water in the floor, but there you go. Comes right back to a beautiful point. I bet I can get pretty close to the bottom of the page. And I didn't really have a full load of paint. Now tell me that that's not beautiful. Now see, that's the part I didn't like. So if I got that, I'd get up and wash it and try to make it stay straight. And so then I just gave up on them till I learned how to use them. All right. Now the real Isabie. I already wet that one. Shake, shake, rattle, and roll. Density of colors, not the brush's fault. It's because I don't have that paint activated. And that, the black one is a little bit bigger. I can't tell any difference, guys. Can't tell a bit of difference. And for the money, I sure can't tell any difference. Alright, here's the different brand. Got hard spots in there. I would not have trusted AliExpress if someone hadn't recommended it. But each package, each item you order comes in a separate packet from China. Don't know how they do it. I know people are paid minimum wage. I just shook this one off. Getting some paint on it. Over here. Let's do that same thing again. That's interesting what that's doing on the tip. Okay, Ian, what do you think that is? Look at the zigzaggy you can see. I don't see anything different. It comes to a point. It could be the way I had it loaded. I'm not skilled enough with these to tell you the difference. But this is luscious. Alright, what else do we got? We got a few more sizes in those. And let's see. We did that one. These were something different. I think they were, I don't know, $5 for all three of them. This is a pump action fill calligraphy brush. And it's by Pentel, maybe, but you can't buy it in America. You got the capes that you're meant to keep. So I'm gonna get that brush wet, and then I'm gonna show you. I think I've not done it before. Got 3 different types of fiber. While we soak, I'm gonna see what's going on over here. Now it's because these do hold as much water. I may not have had enough paint loaded into it, liquefied enough. I'm thinking that that's what that is. Ian, feel free to disagree. I've had 2 paint sessions since I did my last live video over at Shannon Green. She has moved to my area and living about 30-40 minutes away from here, and has the perfect setup for having 3 or 4 people over. And so I've been doing a little arting over there. Okay, I've got that wet. Now, you can paint with this just like you would one of these others. And this type of a wash is better if I have it tilted a little bit, because you want a bead of water. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this until the plunger is at the bottom. I'm going to put it in this pink water, and I'm going to screw it back down the opposite way. Oh, wait. Never mind. You have to have the plastic part down as flat as you can get it on the water in the bottom of the jar. Okay, oh, I did it backwards. Supposed to have the plunger down all the way. Now, I was born a blonde, y'all. It drew water up into the cartridge. Didn't fill it all the way because I probably didn't do something right. Probably takes a little bit of practice. Okay. I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. Doesn't take much to excite me though. I didn't get any paint. I'm about to run out of paint. I like the way that brush here splays out. Okay, so there you have it. AliExpress. Anybody else say anything? Bifocals don't work with iPads. I will say hello to Shannon. We have a good time. In fact, one day it was just me and her, and we went for an hour and a half without talking. We were so caught up in what we were doing. Alright, Super Beth. Yes, I'm working on Strathmore 200, just the pad that I got at Hobby Lobby for things like this. Look what happened when I set that jar down in that wet watercolor. Isn't that cool? Just did it by itself. It resisted the water going out and it pulled the pigment with it. I wish I knew about much about watercolor as I do about oil. And that's why watercolor is my nemesis. Okie doke. Put that up. I was watching SAA. Ian, you know SSA. And the girl that does their live demos was speaking so highly of these brushes. And I found them straight from, I think SAA, this is their private brand. And I think they're a synthetic blend. Let's see whose name is on these. Just SAA. So I want to say the set was around $50. You see why I'm doing an online teaching program? I got to do something to satisfy my shopping habit. And this is one that I truly love. I have an Isabey somewhere. It's a smaller one, but I love that brush shape. It's called a cat's tongue or oval wash or whatever. Alright, let's get a little more paint. My commission that I'm supposed to be working on would pay for a lot of this stuff. But there you go. At least I'm in the studio. In the studio. This is for big washes. Big paper. See that paint I didn't get activated quite right. So now anybody that thinks they don't deserve good brushes, you can. And the reason that you need a better brush if you're going to seriously do watercolor. Now if you're going to work in journals, it's not a big deal. That's a beautiful brush. And I said it was for bigger paper and projects. I mean, you can get down as thin with that as you did the others. That is an inexpensive brush, because if I really did get those for, let's say $75. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I got a brush that's $300 over here. Okay? Guess what? I never use it, because I don't want to ruin it. Alright, we got that. If I die before Randy does, will somebody come over here before he sees my stash and clean it up, he will die. But he's got a lot of hunting stuff, so we don't go there. Alright, there's that. Now, this offer is still going on. And this is by Wet Paint. They're out of Minneapolis, I think. Ordinarily, I wouldn't buy a pre-done set. But the price on this was $65. Normal retail is around $200. So this is the newest custom set. And it has warm and cools of every color. There goes my nose again. I am a proponent of the split complementary palette, and definitely in my oil work. One and a half hours without talking. Yeah, I know that's hard to believe. Oh, okay. I'll show you the expensive one. Here's the expensive one. It's an Escoda 1212. It is Kolinsky, and it's a size 18. I think the retail on these may even be more than $300. I think I bought this one on eBay or somewhere a little bit cheaper. See how fat that is? We'll get her wet. Now this one is by Jean Haynes from England. They, well, Jean Haynes labeled brush from Rosemary. And they're beautiful brushes too. I don't remember what this one was. Wasn't retail $300, I can tell you. I used to have money, I don't anymore. And here's Jean. Let's see, we need some paint. You could still make good marks with this size brush. I'm feeling real guilty right now because I have these tools and don't use them. Here's the Escoda. It's got a different point on it, a little bit more of a point. Let's move this out of the way. What you want to have happen is have the bead of water at the bottom of your stroke. And it would probably work better if I had this all mixed up into a wash, which I don't. Let's see what this does. There you go, a little bit. Now when you come back on that, you want to pick up the bead right here. And if I were a complete 45, I mean perpendicular, Yeah. If you're really doing watercolor and you've got this bead, you've got your paper on an angle, you can come back over here and paint on something, you know, do whatever you want to do. And then you can come back over here and pick up that bead and either have a different color. See, the bead wore out. But that's one of the intricacies of watercolor. Alright, back to the Schminke. I have a dark red, which is a cool. It's Perylene Dark. I have a warm red, which is Saturn Red. I have a cobalt blue, which is a cool. Phthalo blue, I guess that would be our warm blue. Yellow orange. And that would be, well, you know what, maybe this set isn't. Here, let's look at this. Cool, warm, cool, warm, cool. And they fell down this. And then it's got Potter's Pink, Perylene Violet, Perylene Green, Hematite Black, Viridian, and Mahogany. So this is not split complementary. Oh, $69, there's the deal. Suggested retail $225, so that's why I have those. And I need to make a color swatch with them. And I found this also at SAA during a sale they had. I did not have any Rembrandts. These are pricey things. I don't buy pricey things all the time, ever. And they did advertise this as a split complementary, but they've got so many colors. Back to that. A cool yellow and a warm yellow. This has more blue in it. This has more orange in it. Helps you when you're mixing colors in oil. And then you've got in the red, here's a warm red, it's closer to yellow. And then you've got a cool red, which is closer to blue. You go to your blues. Well, those look the same. 506, no they're not. Here you have a cool blue, which is, it looks like ultramarine. And then you have a warm blue, which doesn't say what it is. And I don't have any greens, I don't have any earth colors, and I don't have a black. So I can make you a palette with just 6 colors and a couple of favorites. But I just wanted a set of Rembrandts. And one of these days, if I would just stick to one medium, maybe I could get as good as Charles Reed or Trevor Waugh. But you know what? I get bored, so I don't. That's so cool, and that was just a little bit of wet. Alright. What else have we got? I think that's all we've got in supplies. That's enough, isn't it? Of course, that's over 4 months. Let me see what everybody's saying. That's why it's expensive. Ian, what did I say that made you say that? Did you get the Rembrandt pack too? I can't wait to use them. In fact, I may unwrap them and do a color swatch and use them on this commission I've got going. Y'all want to see it? I'll give you a sneak peek. I'm on 300-pound watercolor paper. And this is a local lake. It's huge. Local lake going through here. The property is here and slopes up to the house. So we've got water. This is a mountain behind it, or not really a mountain, it's a hill. And it's got natural limestone bluffs coming out. Big tree, weeds. Over here we've got a real quiet cove where the water is real gentle. and cool. And then the sun's hitting this, so it's got more. And then the sky. And 2 kayaks, a red one and a yellow one, sitting right there. Let me find a picture, I'll show you. I have monkeyed around with this thing far too long. Here's the picture. And I'm not shy at all or scared to paint something I want to paint, but when I'm painting it for somebody else, I panic. Yes, in that expensive brush is a Skoda. Okay, everybody see my... I used to have a commercial Xerox color printer left over from our graphic design age, and after 15 years it wore out. So now I have a small Xerox laser, and I just make several different prints and tape them together, and it works fine for something where you really want to be exact. I love the cloud banks coming up. It's late in the afternoon, so the sun is beginning to get a little bit of that warm magic hour color. And then we've got another bank of those clouds over here. Those will be fun. So what I can do with my pink water here, just this dirty water, I can do a wash with that in some areas, like right up in here area where it's shifting to the darker blue. I can do this with that pinkish water, and it will take on a little bit of a purple glow if you let it dry first, then come back over it. So that might do that. I might. Alright, who's got something else? Alright. If that... Oh, I do have one more thing. I do. There's one more thing. I sound like Steve Jobs, don't I? Well, not quite, because his toys are way cooler than mine. I saw this online. See, I need to quit. Saw that before. I need to quit watching videos online. I found a wallpaper store called Wallpaper Direct, and they have a whole section of textured paper. This one is not so good, but you know what? I'll take it. They have, I can use this for collage. Their samples are 8 by 10 and they're $1 a piece and free shipping. That's another one of the vinyls. It's not textured. This one really is cork. It's a real thin cork. Another one with no texture. Here's another one with no texture. Now, this is texture. So I plan to use these jelly printing just to make backgrounds. Look at this one. Won't that be cool? Anyway, $1 a piece. And it's Wallpaper Direct. Yeah, Wallpaper Direct. Alright. Anybody got anything else? In the paper is Arches 300 pound. Full sheet cut in half. And I didn't cut it, I folded it so I'd get a little bit of a decal on that edge. I like for my watercolors to be framed, mounted up off a backing board so the deckled edge shows. And You know, what they do with it when they get it is their business, but I always recommend that. Okay. We had a lot of folks drop in. I'm beginning to think that Monday afternoons is a good afternoon. Hey Nancy, I don't think I said hi to you. And now I am going to put the first glaze on that sky. I promise. And it's going to be this pink paint water. So there you have it. I'm going to go, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I really enjoyed it. And I need to get back on here every once in a while, so I'll start doing that. Excuse me. I'm allergic to my art supplies. All right. Bye. This is it. Done. Out.